Let everyone play to the best of their ability and everything they do glorify you. In your name I pray, amen. Starting lineup for the away team. Batting first, playing left field, number 8, Joseph Venables. Batting second, playing catcher, number 21, Angel Collins. Batting third, playing third base, number 7, Axel Gomez. Batting fourth, playing right field, number 28, Darren Brown. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 1, Raymond Guro. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 24, Jackwell Perry. Batting seventh, designated hitter, number 9, Raul Torres. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, number 2, Pablo Delgado. Batting ninth, playing second base, number 3, Edison Cabrera. Pitching, number 51, Rivera. Number 1, Raymond Guro. Now for your Eagles. Batting first, playing second base, number 2, Jaron Sweeney. Batting second, playing left field, number 22, Jordan Almodovar. Batting third, playing third base, number 7, Nick McAdon. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 33, Caleb Albritton. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 13, Christian Draper. Batting sixth, playing catcher, number 18, Daniel Burnstead. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 5, Ryan Brooks. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 28, David Clovedo. Batting ninth, playing center field, number 4, Brian Lopez. And your pitcher, number 12, Austin Hilliard. Please stand for the national anthem and remove your cap. 13, Christian Draper. Batting sixth, playing catcher, number 18, Daniel Burnstead. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 5, Ryan Brooks. Batting eighth,
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles. We are about to get underway here in the first of a 3-game series between Trinity Baptist College and the Lions of Florida Memorial University. Hello, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, and we are double broadcasting here tonight. We are on FM 91.7 The Truth on the radio, also simulcast on www.ilovethetruth.com. Mr. Tom Murphy, as always, our producer in the radio studio, and we are also live streaming the video on our YouTube page called TBC Eagles. And Dean Bureau, my son, he is the cameraman, as always, here at Trinity Baptist College. On the field, you see the home team Eagles, and doing the pitching, wearing number 12, sophomore Austin Hillier. This is the starting lineup that Austin Hillier will face. For the Lions, a leadoff hitter in left field, number 8, Joseph Renavalis. Batting second is the catcher wearing number 21, Raymond Guerrero. Batting sixth is the first baseman wearing number 24, Jaquel Perry. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 9, Raul Torres. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 2, Pablo Delgado. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, number 3, Edison Cabrera. We'll tell you about the Eagles defense as we get an opportunity in just a moment. First pitch of the ball game from Hillier is popped foul and out of play. In left field, Jordan Almodovar. Center field, Brian Lopez. Right fielder is Ryan Brooks. Nick Macadon is at the hot corner. Christian Draper, the shortstop. At second base, Jaron Sweeney. And at first base, David Cavedo. Doing the catching is Daniel Burnsed. And the pitch you just saw from the pitcher, Austin Hillier, is high for a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. The Lions, no wins, 1 loss so far this season. A 10-4 loss to St. Thomas University on January 29th. The Eagles, no wins, 3 losses. Florida National University took all 3 games of the weekend series last weekend here at Trinity Baptist College. We'll be double broadcasting tonight, as we said. No baseball broadcast tomorrow afternoon, as we are going to have our first video stream of women's softball of the season tomorrow afternoon as the Lady Eagles take on Columbia International University. But next weekend, we plan to video stream all 3 games against Southern Wesleyan University. The Friday night game will also be on FM 91.7 The Truth. There's a high fly ball heights momentarily, but he was able to cut back, reach back over his head, and as he tumbled, he kept the ball in his glove for the first out. Great play by Ryan Brooks in right field. He's a Jacksonville product. Played his high school baseball at University Christian School, one of the big rivals of our high school here, Trinity Christian Academy. Angel Colon, the catcher, now batting, facing Hillier with 1 out and the base is empty. And the first pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Trinity Baptist College men's basketball is about to get underway as well. They are taking on Bob Jones University up in Greenville, South Carolina. Try to keep tabs on that ball game as the South Region matchup between the Eagles and the Bruins is just about ready for tip-off in a couple of minutes. That hard line drive, missed foul down the right side, 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach John Jones and the men's basketball team leading the South Region with a record of 5-1, a half game over Bob Jones University. Bob Jones women's basketball defeated Trinity Baptist College earlier this afternoon, and now the gentlemen are trying to even up that women's-men's doubleheader, and the Eagles looking to sweep the season series against one of their biggest South Region rivals. Here's the 1-1 from Hillier. It is slapped foul, and it makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Angel Colon, the catcher. Again, this is only game number 2 for the Lions. Colon, no hits in 4 at-bats so far in this very young season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hillier winds and delivers the 1-2. This breaking ball missed up high. It's a little cool here this evening, nothing like it was last week. We are in the upper 50s. At first pitch, it was about 57 degrees and hardly any wind. We do have a 30% chance of rain in the forecast, scheduled for about 40% around 10 p.m. Let's hope that holds off. We had some off and on sprinkles here throughout the day, but nothing hard. Here comes the pitch, and it is slap foul, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Other than that, it's a very nice, cool evening here on the west side of Jacksonville. Of course, the rest of the country is not feeling very sorry for us with that polar vortex coming down and putting a hard freeze on almost the entire United States. We here in Florida are very blessed to have the slightly warmer weather. A little cool for us in Florida, but again, not many people around the country feeling sorry for us here in the southeast. Colon stepped out of the box, Now he's ready. Hillier gets the sign, takes a long look in, and now here comes the 2-2. This fastball just misses high for ball 3. Home plate umpire started to flinch that right arm, pulled it back down, and now Cologne stepping back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases empty, 1 out in case you just joined us. Joseph Renovales led off with a fly ball to right that Ryan Brooks made an over-the-shoulder and actually a tumbling catch for the out. The payoff pitch, line drive, foul down to left side and on top of the batting cage. This is a major league size ballpark, 400 feet straightaway center field, 340 down each line, and although not indicated, it is about 375 to 380 in the power alleys. No wind to help the ball or hinder the ball tonight. Have to hit it pretty well to get it out of here. We've seen many players do just that, both on the home and the visiting teams throughout these last 5 years. Here's a drive towards right center. That is Brian Lopez camping under it for the easy out. 2 up, 2 down. So far, a nice easy inning for the sophomore, Austin Hillier. Austin took the mound in the season opener last week against Florida National University. ERA of 2.25 coming in, 4 innings pitched, 2 runs, both of those earned, or check that, 2 runs, 1 of those earned. Florida National won that ball game 6-3 and then took the doubleheader on Saturday afternoon. Angel Gomez, or Alex, let's try that one more time. Axel Gomez now batting for the Lions. He is the third baseman wearing number 7, right-hand hitter. Had himself a base hit in 4 at-bats last time the Lions took the field. That was on January 29th against St. Thomas. That fastball's on the inside corner. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Keep an eye on Darren Brown. He's the cleanup hitter, the man on deck. He went deep twice in that ball game back on Tuesday. The 1-1 from Hillier is line drive and a base hit into right field past a diving Jaron Sweeney. And the Lions have their first base runner of the game. Good, hard line drive. Nothing cheap about that base hit. 2 outs, a runner aboard, and here's the big man, Darren Brown.
Batting number 28, Darren
We told you what Brown did. 2 homers, 3 runs batted in, 8 total bases in that ball game. 2 for 4 officially so far on the unseason. Darren batting an even .500. Has a runner at first, 2 men out. Hillier will work from the stretch for the first time. Kind of an average leadoff first by Gomez. Hillier works from the stretch. He got a pickoff in last week's ball game, and this one a check swing and a foul ball. No balls and a strike on Brown. Looking at the stats page of the FMU Lions. No stolen bases for anybody on Tuesday, but watching this team warm up, I can tell that they have some speed and they're not afraid to use it. Head coach of the Lions, Mr. Tino Burgess, he has a whole slew of assistant coaches, among them Angel Rivera and Andre Payne. He does have some others he brought up to Jacksonville with him as well. No balls and a strike. Hillier with the pitch. A chopper towards third and by a diving Nick McAdon. Base hit right down the line. Here's a runner on his way to third. The throw is a little bit off the mark. That will allow Gomez to get into third safely. Brown, we will credit him with a single and an advancement to second on the throw. Gomez goes first and third, so the Lions have Raymond Guerrero at the plate with 2 men in scoring position and 2 out. Now, my name's Raymond Bureau. RPA announcer Alexa Goodwin saying Raymond Guerrero. Keep thinking she is saying my name. That's okay. Guerrero at the plate. Again, 2 men in scoring position. He was 1 for 2 Tuesday night, scored a run as well. Hillier from the stretch with runners at second and third, swing and a miss, and it looked like Guerrero chased one down in the dirt. The men's basketball game Looks like it's getting underway. It had a delay due to the women's game. That's okay. Hello, Angel Martin, Robert Herrera, Michael Davis joining us on the YouTube video stream. There's a ground ball towards short. It's going to be a tough play. A bobble and no throw. That is going to go as an infield hit and an RBI for Guerrero as Axel Gomez crosses the plate. Darren Brown heads to third, and the Lions lead it 1-0 with 2 outs in the first. Hillier got the first 2 men, fly ball to right and a fly ball to center, but 2 good clean singles put runners in second and third, and then Guerrero, that is a base hit. Would have been a very tough play for Draper anyway, as Guerrero got down the line in a hurry. So Jaquel Perry has runners at the corners with 2 outs. Hillier working from the stretch. A huge lead off first by Guerrero, and a swing and a foul ball off to the right side. Men's basketball game has just tipped off, and the Eagles got the first basket. I didn't see who it was, but we're going to check tabs on that one, as the Eagles looking for a big South Region win tonight. Counting tonight, all 6 of the remaining games for the men's basketball team are within the South Region. Have a very good chance of sweeping the rest of this season. And there's a throw to first, and Guerrero just back in time. That throw was a little bit high. It beat the runner back to the bag, but Guerrero was able to get in under the tag of DQ David Cavedo. Hillier has a pretty good move. Again, he got 1 man last week. Almost got another right there. Another big lead. That didn't faze Guerrero one bit. And he beats this one back very easily. And now Guerrero looks like he's even taking another half step. Hillier gets another long look in. No balls and a strike and the pitch. Secondary lead, but no go. And a beautiful curveball from Hillier. He has a good sharp breaking ball. Last week he broke him off all throughout his 4 innings of work. So he's well ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The runner at third, Darren Brown, he singled. Guerrero, RBI single just a couple of moments ago, and another throw to first, and the runner is back in time. Infield can play back now with 2 outs. Just get the out either second or first. Easy play. Hillier from the stretch, delivering the no balls, 2 strikes, runners going, and the curveball misses a little bit high. Guerrero in at second with a stolen base. So again, after the first 2 men were out, 3 consecutive singles, now a stolen base. 1 run is in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jaquel Perry at the plate. Hillier from the stretch, delivers, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good start for Hillier of the inning, but then 3 straight hits and a run. Strikeout does retire the side. So 3 hits, 1 run, it was earned, and we go to the bottom of the first. It is Florida Memorial 1, Trinity Baptist nothing. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Wow, low-scoring basketball game. 5-5. This was a good idea. I also don't have that light blue to deal with in the background. Glad I did this now. Of course, I wasted 20 bucks on scorebooks, but oh well. Top of the second, the bottom third of the batting order, Raul Torres, Pablo Delgado, and Edison Cabrera due up here to face Austin Hillier. 1-0 Florida Memorial leads in the basketball game. It is 5-5 tie up at Bob Jones University. The Eagles now just hit a free throw to take the lead with 12:52 left to go in the first half. And the pitch from Hillier, the slider that misses but swung on, and it is no balls and a strike. Holly Albritton joining us on the YouTube feed, cheering on the Eagles. Caleb Albritton wears number 33. He is the DH. Here is the pitch from Hillier. A fastball a little bit low. Count even at a ball and a strike. And we'll be checking in on that men's basketball game at 7-5. Eagles just got a couple of free throws. 12:38 left to go in the first half. Hillier takes a long look in, the wind up and the pitch, swing and a miss. Another good sharp breaking curveball. That one spun down and outside away from this right-hand hitting Raul Torres. Raul made a very nice play at short to retire the side. A ball pretty well hit right at him. Here is the 1-2. Fastball on the outside corner. That is strike 3. Second strikeout for Austin Hillier, second in a row. One out to start off the top of the second, and here's a second baseman, Pablo Delgado. He is 1 for 4 so far on the season. Hillier got his first man. Another wind up and the pitch. High pop up on the infield. Cavedo and Sweeney both going for it. It will be Jaron Sweeney, the second baseman, making the play for out number 2. So a strikeout and then a one-pitch pop-up. Hillier again gets the first 2 men. Now, he did that in the first inning. Then the Lions came up with 3 hits and a run. Here's the pitcher, Edison Cabrera. This is his first appearance on the mound and now his first appearance at the plate this season. He squares around as if to bunt, pulls back and takes a curveball for a strike. Glad you're joining us either on the YouTube feed or on FM 91.7 and ilovethetruth.com. No balls and a strike and the pitch, a fastball upstairs. Austin Hillier on the mound. You have a fan watching you. Life Safety Systems 1. Let's go Austin Hillier. Drop us a comment in the top chat. If I see your name, I'd love to say hello. There's a line drive down the right field line, but that is slicing foul. And it makes the count a ball and a strike. Already hearing from some of our viewers on the YouTube. Angel Martin, Robert Herrera, Michael Davis, Holly Albritton. Hope you're enjoying the ball game, and let's hope the Eagles can pull off a win here tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch in the dirt. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Softball team got started today with a doubleheader against one of the best NAIA teams in the entire country, Southeastern University. The Fire from Southeastern took both ball games, but it's great to see the Lady Eagles back on the field, and it is great to see strike 3 called to retire the side. That's the second of the inning and third overall for Austin Hillier. 1, 2, 3, go the Lions in the top of the second. We go to the bottom half. Florida Memorial 1, Trinity Baptist nothing. Back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Bottom of the second, and the heart of the batting order is due up for the Eagles. Al Britton, Draper, and Burnside. RBI infield single by Raymond Guerrero has driven home the game's only run thus far, but it's very early. So far, a pretty quick-paced ball game, and here is a designated hitter, Kyle Albritton. Hello to DDR Auto Transport cheering on the FMU Lions. Looks like we have Austin's father, Austin Hillier's father, watching us as well. Rivera with the windup. First pitch of the second inning is sliced foul and out of play down the left side. Eagles basketball leading 12-9 with 9:50 left to go in the first half over Bob Jones University. Again, a very big South region matchup. Eagles won the first matchup of the season 69-60 a few weeks ago. Here's the 0-1 and a fastball that tails outside for ball one. Caleb Albritton at the plate, 1 hit in 3 official at-bats. He's been hit by a pitch and walked also. Also stolen a bag, his only attempt so far. Here's a slow roller toward first. It is bobbled, picked up, however, and Jaquel Perry gets the out at first. 1 down. Albritton made contact and came close to beating that one out after the first baseman Perry bobbled it initially, but he was already pretty close to the bag, and once he picked it up, it was an easy play to get the out. Shortstop Christian Draper in the number 5 hole. He's at the plate. Sophomore Draper, very fast, as we said many times throughout last season and so far this year. Facing Rivera for the first time. 1 out, bases empty, and the first pitch is a fastball taken for a strike. No balls and a strike. Rivera takes a long look in. And here is the pitch, and a hard ground ball, but right at the third baseman Gomez. Another tough break for the Eagles. They are making solid contact, and a very good, strong throw right on the money for out number 2. Well, Eagles keep swinging the bats like this. You're going to find some holes. So those of you listening on the radio, you didn't see how hard the 4 out of the first 5 balls have been hit. Here is Daniel Burnside. First pitch is a check swing on a breaking ball that misses outside for ball 1. Draper now 1 out of 6 on the season. Burnside at the plate, no balls and a strike. No hits in 4 official at-bats so far. Another hard hit ball, but another one right at a Lions defender. The throw is off the mark. That was to the shortstop Torres, but Perry came off the bag and was able to get the tag on Burnside. Another well-hit ball, but right at a Lions defender. That is out number 3. Again, Eagles keep swinging the bats. You're going to find a hole pretty soon. We go to the third, 1-0 Lions. Back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Top of the order due up for Florida Memorial here in the third. That is Renovales, Colon, and Gomez. Austin Hillier so far 2 innings pitched, 1 run, it was earned, 3 hits, and 3 punch-outs as well. Eagles again have hit the ball hard 5 out of 6 times. Nothing to show for it just yet, but I like to see them making the contact that they are making. Our radio listeners hearing Trinity Christian, that is the high school that shares this campus and all facilities with Trinity Baptist College. The Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors varsity baseball made it to the state semifinal a year ago, and Coach Gil Morales looking to get to that next game and bring home a second state championship. The 2015 Florida 4A state champions, and it's the first pitch from Hillier is fouled off. Batting now, Joseph Renovales, the left fielder, flew out to deep right field his first time up. That led off the ball game. Ryan Brooks got turned around, was able to track the ball down, and made the catch on the tumble. No balls and a strike. Hillier, another long look in. Here's a slow delivery. It is in the dirt for ball 1. So Renovales, 1 ball, 1 strike. In that game Tuesday against St. Thomas, he had himself 3 hits, a double and a triple, fell a home run shy of the cycle. Here's the 1-1, high fly ball, well hit towards center field. Lopez, though, very fast, and he's able to get under it, plant his feet, and make the catch. Well hit ball, but Lopez in right center field makes the whip for 1 out. Oh, tongue stumble there, makes the play for 1 out. Brings up the catcher, Angel Colon. He flew to Lopez in center field his first time up in the first.
Number 21, Angel Colon.
Colon, left-hand hitter, steps in to face Hillier. Bob Jones has come back and taken the lead 21-16 over the Eagles with 6:12 left in the first half. First pitch from Hillier is a breaking ball that misses low and inside. Eagles led most of the first half. Bob Jones has had a nice run, though, to take a 5-point lead. 1 ball, no strikes. Hillier winds and delivers, and a good swing and a foul straight back. Colon just missed, driving that one pretty well. Tomorrow afternoon, both the men's and the women's teams are at Toccoa Falls College, another South Region matchup for both teams. Both the men and the women defeated Toccoa Falls College a week ago. The women's game went into overtime. Most exciting game of the season for either team that we have seen, and there have been some good ones. Here's a 1-1. This one down low, ball 2. Eagles basketball will then travel to Pensacola Christian College next Friday. And the men will travel to Southeastern Baptist College in L'Oreal, Mississippi next Saturday. So 4 South Region games for the men, 3 for the women. Hillier with the 2-1. Here's a pitch, a breaking ball that misses. 3 balls and a strike. 6 minutes left in the first half. Bob Jones leads 21-16. They're in a timeout at the moment. Nakia Peterson, Jordan Brown, Big Ticket joining us here on the YouTube feed. Glad to see that you're able to watch the ball game. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Hillier with the windup, 3-1 pitch, a fastball on the inside corner. Colon disagreed. He started to trot toward first, but he's going to come back with a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Colon smoothing out the left-handed batter's box. Now he's ready. Hillier looks in. Another long look, and the windup, and timeout called. Renovales led off the inning with a fly ball. Pretty well hit into right center that Lopez ran down for the out. Here's a payoff pitch, a fastball chopper towards second. Sweeney scoops, throws to first in time for out number 2. That is 6 consecutive batters retired by Austin Hillier.
Now batting number
2 outs,
7,
bases
Axel
empty,
Gomez.
top of the third. Here's a third baseman, Axel Gomez, who started that 2-out rally in the first inning. He lined a single into right, advanced to third on Brown's base hit, and scored on Guerrero's infield single. So up there again, same situation, 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. Clyder Griner cheering on Caleb Albritton and the TBC Eagles. Glad you're joining us here on the YouTube stream. Hillier ahead in the count, no balls and a strike, and the pitch right down the middle, a good fastball taken for strike 2. Again, no baseball streaming tomorrow. We will be doing Eagles softball against Columbia International University. Weather permitting, there's a 60% chance of rain scheduled for Jacksonville tomorrow afternoon. So let's hope both games, both doubleheaders can play. Here's a pitch and a line drive right at Sweeney. He didn't have to move an inch, and he makes the play. So Eagles returning the favor, running down a couple of well-hit balls. Lopez in center, Sweeney right at him at second base. 7 straight retired by Hillier. We go to the bottom of the third. Lions lead at 1-0 back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network.
Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I
Bottom third of the order due up for the Eagles. Brooks, Cavedo, and Lopez. Trinity Baptist has yet to have a base runner, but they have hit the ball hard throughout the first 2 innings. Kristen Rivera,
Number 5, Ryan
2
Brooks.
perfect innings so far, no walks, no strikeouts. He will face Ryan Brooks, David Cavedo, and Brian Lopez. Ryan Brooks, the Jacksonville native, steps in at the plate. 1 for 9 so far on the season. Has also drawn a walk as well. He's made some pretty good contact. And he steps in facing Rivera. Wastes a little time winding up. First pitch and a curveball. Tried to hold up, could not, and that is strike 1. Bob Jones has opened up an 8-point lead over the men's basketball team. Brandon Tucker's at the free throw line. He's done a good job this season in that situation. Here's a curveball that misses, low and outside, 1-1. Rivera takes a long look in. Here comes the 1-1. It is chopped towards short. Torres will charge in. Throw to first in time. That is out number 1. Ryan Brooks can really fly down the line. He made that play a lot closer than it looked like it would have been off the bat. The hustling Ryan Brooks, he was out, but not by much. So 1 out, bases empty. Here's first baseman David Cavedo. And DQ stepping in, the junior. 125 so far, 1 for 8. Couple of walks as well. Here is the first pitch, fastball up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Brian Lopez on deck. One of our seniors who's been here all 4 years. Wind up, and the pitch from Rivera. Swing and a miss. Looked like Cavedo might have pulled out on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. David Cavedo, a junior from Orlando, played his high school ball at Conrad Academy. Here is the 1-1, a nice curveball. and it's just a bit outside. The umpire raised that right arm, then put it back down. At first I thought he made the call, but it is 2 balls and a strike. So Quevedo ahead in the count. Here comes a 2-1, swing and a miss, and again that front foot pulling a little bit toward the third base side. I think Rivera might be picking up on that. He's kept the ball outside. He got the swinging strike on that last pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty. Here comes a 2-2 from Rivera. Swing and a miss, kept the ball outside and got the strikeout. Good fastball. That is out number 2.
Now batting number 4, Brian Lopez.
Brian Lopez, a senior from Clearwater, steps in.
Let me take y'all back, man.
Lopez has started all 4 games to this point, 2 out of 8 on the season. Number 9 hitter. Right-handed batter, left-handed thrower, also does some pitching for Coach John Copeland. Here is the pitch, a fastball that nearly hit the batter. Lopez was able to duck out of the way in time. It was down more towards the knees. 1 ball, no strikes. Lopez has some surprise and pop. He's hit one out of this field before. Here comes the 1-0. Check swing, and a breaking ball catches the outside corner. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike. 30-24, under 2 minutes left in the first half. Bob Jones leads. Eagles trying to mount a comeback before halftime. Lopez fouls off the pitch to the right side. He's now down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is the number 9 hitter. Jaron Sweeney, the leadoff man, on deck. Eagles have yet to get a base runner. Here comes the 1-2. Check swing. They're going to see if he went. No, he did not. So Lopez, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Both pitchers have some good sharp breaking curve balls, both throwing very hard here in the cool weather. Here's a 2-2. Chopper again towards short, right at Torres. Takes 1 step in, fields, throws, and side retired. So the Lions are flashing the leather here in the first 3 innings of the ball game. Another 3 up, 3 down, and we go to the top of the 4th with the Lions leading 1-0, and back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Men's basketball has cut the deficit down to 4, 32-28 with 32 seconds left until the halftime intermission. Part of the batting order due up for the Lions, Darren Brown, Raymond Guerrero, Jaquel Perry, and Darren Brown has a fan watching on the YouTube feed, Mr. Jordan Brown, saying, "Let's go, DJ." Well, DJ got himself a base hit, advanced to second on the throw, and then the Lions got a run 1 batter later. So leading off here in the top of the 4th is Darren Brown. He is 1 for 1. Again, 2 home runs already, and this is just the 2nd game for the Lions. Hillier winds, and the first pitch, a swing and a miss. The 4th inning is underway, and both pitchers, as we said before the break, sharp breaking curveballs and both throwing pretty hard. Don't have a radar gun, but I'm guessing both of them are approaching, if not topping, 90 miles per hour. No balls and a strike. Hillier winds and delivers, and a check swing at a ball in the dirt. He held up, so the count even at 1-1. Well, that game is now gone to the half. Bob Jones 34, Trinity Baptist 30. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll check back in about 15 minutes when the second half of the basketball game gets underway. Here's a high fly ball into center field. Lopez drifts a little toward the left center field gap, and he puts it away for out number 1. That is 8 in a row retired by Austin Hiller. 1 out, base is empty. Brings up center field Christian Draper from even getting off the throw. And Draper did the wise thing, holding on to the ball, knowing he did not have the play at first. Don't want to risk possible overthrow. In the cool weather, it's very easy to lose grip of the ball. Here's a first pitch from Hillier, a swing and a miss. That one just dropped out of sight. Hillier's been getting ahead of the hitters all night so far. He's gotten contact, both pitchers have, kept the defense on the toes, and that's one of the big reasons we've had such a quick-paced ball game to this point. This fastball, though, misses down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hillier takes another long look in. Here comes the 1-1. This one misses down and in. The breaking ball, a little flatter this time, and was well off the mark. So Guerrero now ahead 2-1. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that is called outside for ball 3. Look good from this vantage point. Both the catcher and the umpire block home plate of my line of sight. Give the benefit of the doubt to the man in the black jersey. And the pitch is sliced foul down the left side. Didn't miss by much. McAdon playing well off the line with the left-handed hitter at the plate. Again, that one didn't miss by much. It was clearly foul, but if that ball had stayed fair, Guerrero would still be running. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty. Guerrero digs in. Hillier has fanned 3 to this point. Here comes the 3-2. This one misses up and in. That is ball 4. That's the first walk of the night issued by Austin Hillier. It comes with 1 out. Now a runner at first. Here's a first baseman, Jaquel Perry. He ended the first inning with a swinging strikeout. So back to the stretch. It's been a while since he's had to take that position. He retired 8 in a row before the walk. A huge lead off first by Guerrero. Not going. Throw down to first. It is not in time. Guerrero got around the tag. Quevedo was playing well in front. He caught the ball. The throw beat the runner back, but an excellent slide by Guerrero. He got his hand in to the back of the bag, kept his body away from the glove. Burnstead has a very good arm. Here's a 1-0. Throw to first is a little bit high, and that allows Guerrero to get back in safely. So twice Guerrero has had throws to first beat him. 1 from the pitcher, now 1 from the catcher, but he's very good at avoiding the tag. Got his hand in under both times. Now on the move, swing and a miss, throw down to second. It is close, but it is not in time, and the ball gets away from Draper. That's the second stolen base of the night for Raymond Guerrero, so he's in scoring position with 1 out. That's the second stolen base of the season for the Lions as well. They didn't have any in Tuesday's ball game, now with 2, both by Raymond Guerrero. 1-1, 1 out. Hillier from the stretch delivers a long drive, well hit towards left field, way back, and it is gone. Jaquel Perry, a 2-run homer to left, and that gives the Lions a 3-0 lead. Guerrero drew the walk, stole second. He comes in on the home run, and Jaquel Perry, a long line drive, not much doubt about it. Almodovar, he knew it once he drifted back. He stopped knowing that ball was over the fence, and it's 3-0. FMU leads. So base is empty, 1 out. Here's a shortstop, Raul Torres. He was called out on strikes to open up the second inning. First pitch from Hillier is sliced to the right side. Brooks giving chase, but the ball drifts out of play. Ryan Brooks very fast. Last week, we saw him make a sliding catch. He was playing well off the line, made that sliding catch, but this one, though, got over the fence. No balls and a strike on Torres. And the pitch from Hillier is a breaking ball that misses outside. So Perry put a charge into it. Again, not much doubt about it. That ball is very well struck on the line drive. No wind to help or hinder it. He hit it well. Here's a breaking ball that misses inside. For a moment I thought it hit the batter, but it is 2 balls and a strike. Both bullpens very quiet. Both pitchers have done a nice job so far. Hillier, the 2-1, and this one is sliced foul out of play. Count even though at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another long look in from Hillier. Now the windup and the 2-2. High pop up, coming right back our way. And drops right in front, probably 3 rows down on the bleachers. It was headed right at me. I was ready to protect not only myself, but the computer as well. You know, I'm a former outfielder. I could tell it wasn't coming my way, and now at 49 years old, I'm not diving for the ball anymore. My son Dean, he's a very good outfielder also, but he didn't go for it either. Here's a 2-2. A breaking ball just misses outside to fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another long look in from Hillier. Torres digs in. Everybody's ready. Here's a windup and the pitch. High drive, well hit towards center field. Lopez going back, and it's off his glove. Hits up against the fence. And here's Torres pulling up into second base. We'll see how that is scored. It looked like Lopez was there, and the ball off his glove. No Delgado at the plate. He popped up to the second baseman his only time up. Hillier from the stretch, and this one is in the dirt for ball 1. Some members of the Eagles softball team now in attendance, played one of the best NAIA teams there is in Southeastern University, and Southeastern won both of those ball games. But again, great to see the Lady Eagles back out there on the field. We're doing their games tomorrow afternoon against Columbia International University, an NCCAA Division I opponent. Fastball, swing, and a miss. Count evened up at a ball and a strike. Still at the half, Bob Jones and Eagles men's basketball, 34-30. Bob Jones University leads at the half. Runner at second. 1 man out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hillier takes a look back, checks the runner a second time, and now the pitch. Fastball down low. Both bullpens still very quiet. 2 balls and a strike. Here's where Delgado wants to get the ball to the right side. The second baseman, Sweeney, is holding the runner at second. A huge gap on the right side of the infield. And the pitch is right there on the inside corner to even it up at 2-2. That's a good take by Pablo Delgado. Again, he has to be looking for a ball to hit to the right side with 1 out to try to at least advance that runner. And he had the hole to do it, but not the pitch. So Hillier, 2-2. The pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now first base is open. And a walk Not the worst thing. It would set up a potential ground ball double play. Hillier has fanned 3, walked 1. And here's a payoff pitch. And a check swing and a foul off. Delgado tried to pull it back. At least he was able to get the bat on the ball and stay alive for at least one more pitch. That walk came with 1 out this inning. Guerrero, who scored on the home run from Perry. So another 3-2. Hillier again checks in for the sign. Another long look. And here's another payoff pitch. High drive towards center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Here's Torres around third. Throw to the plate will be cut off. And that is an RBI single for Pablo Delgado. Torres scores. Delgado holds at first. Line drive, base hit. The run is unearned. And it's 4-0. Florida Memorial leads. Got some news from Trinity Christian Academy Middle School basketball. In the Independent Middle School Conference Playoff Tournament, the Conquerors defeated St. John's Country Day School 43-15. So great job by the Middle School Conquerors boys basketball team advancing to the second round of the playoffs. I don't know which team yet they are going to face, probably Monday afternoon. Round is a little. So runner at second, 1 out, no balls and a strike, and the pitch is a breaking ball that just misses. Count even at 1-1. So Hillier again takes a long look in. Pretty good lead off second, Pablo Delgado. He'll also get a secondary. He's on the move. Batter squares, a bunt right back to the box. Hillier will throw to first in time for the out. Quevedo reached up high to make the catch. That's a sacrifice bunt for the pitcher, Cabrera. And it goes 1-3 for the put out, and Delgado trots into third. Delgado was going on the pitch, no chance to get him at third. And now here is a leadoff man, Joseph Renovales. He has flied out twice, once to right, once to center, hit the ball well both times. He has a runner at third with 2 outs. Hillier will work from the stretch with that runner at third, and the first pitch fastball is in the dirt, and it gets by Burnsett, and that will allow the run to score. So Delgado trots home. Again, the run unearned, but it is on the board, and it is 5-0 Florida Memorial. One ball, no strikes, bases empty, 2 outs. Hillier will now wind it up. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Line drive, slicing foul. That one, another well-hit ball off the bat of Renovales. This one, though, sliced, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Gentlemen are about to retake the basketball court. Eagles trail by 4, 34-30. Here's Hillier with the 1-1. Line drive, headed toward the gap, and a base hit. Renovales will make a wide turn, but he'll back it up as Lopez gets on top of the ball and gets it back to the infield. So Renovales now 1 out of 3. 4 runs are in here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs with a runner at first for the catcher, Angel Colon. He is 0 for 2. Fly out to center and a ground ball to second. And we'll have a timeout as Coach John Copeland heads to the mound. We'll pause here ourselves 60 seconds, and we'll be back on the Eagles Radio Network. Coach Copeland has sent a new man to the mound wearing number 31, freshman Ben Van Sickle. Austin Hillier, 3 2/3 innings, 5 runs, 3 of them earned. He is responsible for the runner on base. 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, a walk, and a wild pitch. So Van Sickle will inherit a runner at first with 2 outs. Angel Cologne will be the hitter. Lions got a run in the first, 4 so far here in the 4th, and have a runner on base with 2 outs. Let's go ahead and check on the upcoming games. We told you next week, Eagles play Southern Wesleyan University, a Friday night game and a Saturday afternoon doubleheader. The double broadcast next Friday night on the FM 91.7 The Truth and on YouTube, TBC Eagles. Video streaming only next Saturday afternoon, Southern Wesleyan University. That doubleheader starts at 12 noon on YouTube, TBC Eagles. February 15th at 3 in the afternoon, Eagles are at Jacksonville's Edward Waters College, J.P. Small Memorial Park in downtown Jacksonville. Then on Saturday afternoon, it's a home doubleheader against the Tigers of Edward Waters College. And we plan to bring you both of those ball games as well. We'll check on the Lions' upcoming games as we get another opportunity to do so. Right now, Ben Van Sickle has a runner at first, 2 men out. And here comes the first pitch to Angel Cologne, a sidearm delivery and a breaking ball that misses low for ball 1. Renovales got himself a nice line drive single into right. He's at first. 4 runs are in. The big blow, a 2-run homer from Jaquel Perry. And Ben Sickle delivers a fastball, misses down and away for ball 2. Ben Van Sickle down in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Another long look in, and a ground ball towards second. 1 hopper right at Sweeney, and he will throw to first to retire the side. 4 runs, 2 of them earned. A walk, a couple of hits, and an error, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Eagles trail 5-0 back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Bottom of the 4th, the Eagles need to rally, trailing 5-0. A big 4-run top half of the 4th for the Lions. Jaquel Perry, a 2-run homer, brought home the first 2 of those 4 runs. So far, Christian Rivera has had a perfect first 3 innings. He has a top of the order, Jaron Sweeney, Jordan Almodovar, and Nick Macadon due up for the Eagles. After this weekend's series here at Trinity Baptist, Florida Memorial will play Kaiser University. It looks like a home game on February 5th, 3 p.m. And then against Thomas University, a doubleheader on Friday the 8th and a single game on Saturday the 9th. Those are home games against Nope, check that, away games at Thomas University in Thomasville, Georgia. First pitch is fouled off to the left side. Jaron Sweeney hit the ball hard his first time up, right at the third baseman, Alex Gomez. So he's nothing out of one. No balls and a strike. Rivera with the pitch. On the way and a fastball. Looks like it missed the outside corner, and the count is even at 1-1. February 13th against Florida National University. February 15th and 16th, a 3-game set against Warner University. That's a Sun Conference matchup for the Lions. Here's a pitch, a fastball, another well-hit ball, but right at Torres at short, and he throws to first in time for the out. Second time that Sweeney has hit the ball hard right at somebody, and so far nothing to show for it. Eagles have made good contact through their first 10 batters, but nobody has gotten on base just yet. Here's Jordan Almodovar. He lined very hard right at the left fielder Renovales in the first inning. That February 16th game, a Saturday afternoon doubleheader against Warner. Here's a first pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes. February 19th, the Lions again will face Florida National University. That is a doubleheader at 12 noon. FMUathletics.com for Florida Memorial University Athletics, TBCEagles.com for Trinity Baptist College. Here's the 1-0 pitch, a fastball right down the middle. Count even at a ball and a strike. Eagles basketball. Think they've pulled to within a point. And then Bob Jones just hit a basket. It's a 44-41 ball game. Bob Jones leads with 15-10 left in regulation. 2 balls and a strike after this one misses down. Big South Region matchup for Coach John Jones and Eagles men's basketball. 2 balls and a strike. Rivera winds and delivers. A breaking ball hits the dirt for ball 3. Good patience at the plate by Jordan Almodovar. Well ahead in the count, 3-1. Here is the pitch from Rivera. That's a fastball that Almodovar thought was ball 4, but it's called on the inside corner for strike 2. So a payoff pitch on the way. Christian Rivera winds and delivers. Ball 4 outside, and the Eagles have their first base runner of the night. Let's see if they can turn that into a run or 2 or more, as now Almodovar is aboard and Rivera will have to work from the stretch for the first time. Nick McAdon grounded hard at the shortstop Torres his first time up. That ended the first inning. Well, credit Rivera. He went 10 batters before allowing a base runner. And they're going to have a courtesy runner. Looks like Jordan Broden. If I saw that correctly, I could be wrong. First pitch misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. We're high up in the bleachers. It's not always easy to tell, and I turn my head and look at my score sheet. Something happens. I don't always see it. 1 ball, no strikes. And we got a ball in the dirt, and that's going to allow the runner to get into second base. So now we're going to have a slight delay here. Head coach Tino Burgess out to the mound. 2 balls, no strikes. Rivera cruised through the first 3, got the first man he faced in the 4th, issued a walk to Almodovar, and now a wild pitch puts the runner in scoring position. So Eagles have an opportunity to drive home a run. McAdon is up in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Coach Burgos back to the dugout. Everybody is ready. Again, this is the first time that Rivera has worked from the stretch this whole season. Tonight's his first ball game on the mound. Runner at second, 2 balls, no strikes. Look back and the pitch, swing and a miss. McAdon gave it a good rip, but there's been some life on Rivera's fastball. Also some really good tailing movement as well. It's 2-1. Rivera takes a long look in, now set. Nice lead off second by the runner. That is Almodovar, and the pitch, swing and a miss. That one dropped underneath the bat of McAdon. A good slider, evening up the count at 2-2. Rivera throws hard. We've said a couple of times he has some good break. Basketball team has taken the lead over Bob Jones, 50-49, 12 minutes left on the clock. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rivera checks the runner, and the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is a second strikeout from Rivera. Now he's been pretty efficient with his pitches. I don't have the pitch count, but I know he has gotten contact early in the count. So with a pretty low pitch count, looks like he'll be able to go innings-wise, if it keeps up at this pace, pretty deep into the ball game. Caleb Albritton now with an RBI opportunity. Runner at second, 2 outs. First pitch, fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Looked like Albritton didn't really care for the call, but he's down in the count. Almodovar drew the walk, advanced to second on a wild pitch. Albritton looking for the chance to drive him in. No balls and a strike. Little bluff from second, a check swing on the ball in the dirt. He did not go, says the base umpire, so 1 ball, 1 strike. 11:19 left to go in the basketball game. There's a timeout. Eagles 50, Bob Jones 49. Good to see the Eagles make that comeback. They trailed by 8 late in the first half. Here is the 1-1. And the pitch on the way, misses well upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles have a man up in the bullpen. As I've said many times, though, the third base dugout blocks the view of the bullpen mound, so I can never see who's warming up. I don't see any action in the Lions bullpen. It is the outfield fence on the foul side that blocks the view of seeing who it is. But there's nobody throwing over there. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs and the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. And that'll get by the catcher, and that will also allow Almodovar to trot into third. Second wild pitch of the inning for Rivera. Now the Eagles have a runner at third with 2 outs and a count of 3 balls and a strike on Caleb Albritton. So now Albritton can look for a pitch that he wants to hit well ahead in the count. Kristen Draper waiting for an opportunity on deck. At this level, though, it's not an automatic fastball. Here's a pitch from Rivera. This is a fastball, but it misses down low, and ball 4 puts Albritton aboard. So after getting the first 10 men, Kristen Rivera has walked 2, but he has gotten a strikeout in between those walks. Kristen Draper at the plate. Hard ground ball at the third baseman Axel Gomez, his first time up. Chance to drive in a run. Draper, pretty good contact hitter. Gomez well off the line at third base. Runners at the corners. Here's the pitch. Bouncing ball towards short. It takes a hop on Torres, but he's able to make the play and get the force out at second to retire the side. 6-4 on the putout. Eagles get 2 walks, but leave 2 men, and after 4, it is 5-0 Lions. Back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. We go to the 5th, and due up for the Lions, it will be Gomez, Brown, and Guerrero, hitters 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. Bob Jones has reclaimed the lead over Trinity Baptist, 53-50, 9:40 left to go in the regulation period. Right here, it is the top of the 5th, a 5-0 lead for the Lions. Axel Gomez at the plate. He has singled and scored. That both happened in the first. He has also hit a hard line drive to the second baseman, Jaron Sweeney, so 1 for 2 on the night. Ben Van Sickle got the last out of the 4th inning. He's back on the mound to start the 5th. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses low for ball 1. One ball, no strike. Van Sickle now with a good, clean start to an inning. Here's the 1-0. This one spins but stays inside. And Gomez ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's a pitch that is swung on and popped up into center field. Brooks and Lopez both giving chase. The ball slices into the right center field gap, and Lopez puts it away for out number 1. Gomez got under it, had a lot of slice to it.
Now batting number 28, Darian Brown.
With 1 out, bases empty, Darren Brown at the plate. He has singled and he has flied out to center field. Van Sickle with the stretch, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. One ball, no strikes. Brown, 2 home runs already on the season. Got both of those Tuesday against St. Thomas. Here's the 1-0. High pop up right back to the box. That'll be caught by the pitcher, Ben Van Sickle, for out number 2. So Van Sickle gets his first 2 batters that he faces this inning, making it 3 in a row overall. And the Jacksonville product now has 2 outs and the base is empty. Van Sickle played his high school ball at Paxson High School. Here is the pitch. It is a fastball on the outside corner. He is not the only Van Sickle on the team. As he gets ready for the stretch, no balls and a strike. Batter squares around and goes through it for the strike. Raymond Guerrero has a base hit and an RBI. He's also walked, stolen 2 bases, and scored a run. Will Van Sickle also on the team, also from Paxson High School here in Jacksonville, as this pass ball misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 5th. Guerrero at the plate, having himself a pretty good night. 2 plate appearances, 1 for 1 officially, RBI, 2 steals, and a run scored. Here comes the 1-2 from Van Sickle. Fastball that misses low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 57-55. Bob Jones leads. 7:27 left in the ball game, barring any overtime period. Long look in. Here comes the 2-2. It is slapped foul to the left side. Into the Eagles bullpen. Both bullpens very quiet as we speak. Tomorrow's doubleheader scheduled to start at 12 noon. Again, there is a 60% chance of rain in the forecast. So let's hope they're able to get these 2 ball games in. Here's a 2-2, a breaking ball and a beauty for strike 3. Caught the batter looking to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, 4 in a row retired by Van Sickle. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Eagles need to rally, trailing 5-0 back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Eagles. Burnside, Brooks, and Cavedo. Chatting with a very nice gentleman who came up from Miami, cheering on the Lions, talking to him between innings. Says he's an Orioles fan from the Boog Powell 60s and 70s days. Told him I'm more from the Reggie Jackson of the Yankees days when I started watching baseball. Eagles trail by 5. Burnside leading things off. He has a ground ball to the shortstop to his credit tonight. Here's the first pitch, and it is in there for a strike. Christian Rivera, 4 innings pitched, no hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He's on the mound here in the bottom of the 5th. A breaking ball that stays a little bit inside. It had some good bite to it. Not quite enough, however. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bob Jones has opened up a 5-point lead over the Eagles, 62-57 with 4.5 left on the clock. Here's a curveball chopped down the left side and foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the catcher, Daniel Burnside. So let's hope the Eagles, baseball and basketball, can rally. Eagles basketball 5-1 in the South region. Bob Jones 4-1 can leapfrog the Eagles if they're able to hold on to this lead. Here's a fastball, swing and a miss. That is out number 1, and strikeout number 3 for Christian Rivera. Right fielder Ryan Brooks at the plate. Had a ground ball to the shortstop to start the 3rd inning. Rivera steps off the mound, does a little bit of equipment adjustment. Now he is ready. Brooks digs in. Here's the first pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. And Rivera, throwing hard, also has not just good curve, but very good change of speeds, giving the batters different looks. And that's a slider that Brooks swings and misses on, and that is strike 2. So Brooks down, no balls, 2 strikes. Cavedo waits on deck. Here is the pitch, a breaking ball that Brooks laid off of. Good take by the freshman. It's 1-2. Long look in by Rivera. The windup and the pitch. This fastball that Rivera thought he had, but it's called outside. Rivera took a slow walk towards home plate. Take the throw back from his catcher, Angel Colon. Didn't like the non-call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rivera winds and delivers. Swing and a miss on a curveball outside. And that is out number 2. Strikeout number 4. 2 outs, bases empty. David Cavedo at the plate. He went down on strikes his only time up. That came in the third. Kristen Rivera looking very good on the mound for the Florida Memorial Lions. Here's the first pitch to Quevedo. Breaking ball misses inside. One ball, no strikes. Quevedo takes another long look in. And now the windup and the pitch. Fastball misses away. Quevedo ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. He has some pop. I believe he hit 3 home runs last year, if I remember that correctly. Ahead in the count, looking for one he can drive. He has a huge gap in right center as Raymond Guerrero shades him to pull. Here's a 2-0. This one misses down and away. Quevedo now well ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. Eagles have come back to tie it up at 62-62, 3:40 left in the ball game, barring any overtime. Bob Jones, though, just got the basket to reclaim the lead. Here is the pitch. This one misses. Ball 4. Quevedo aboard. Walk number 3 for Rivera. Still is not allowed a base hit. And it brings up the number 9 hitter, the center fielder, Brian Lopez. He is grounded to short his only time up. So Rivera hasn't thrown from the stretch much tonight. Back in the stretch position with a runner at first. He does have 2 outs. And here's a pitch to Lopez. He squares, he bunts, has a chance to beat it out down to third base line. It is safe. The ball gets away. Here's a runner, Quevedo taking third, and Lopez will go to second, and the Eagles have 2 men in scoring position. That will go as a base hit for Lopez, the first hit allowed by Rivera, and an error charge to the third baseman, Axel Gomez, allowing both runners to advance. So 2 men in scoring position. Lopez breaks up the no-hitter. Jaron Sweeney at the mound with a chance to drive in 2. He's going to have a big gap in right center. Again, center fielder Raymond Guerrero shading him to pull, not quite as much as he did with Lopez and Quevedo. But there is that gap in right center. Second baseman Pablo Delgado playing on the outfield grass just behind the dirt. Corner infielders are back. Now Gomez steps in, even with the bag, then backs it up once again. He's well off the line at third. Here's a pitch to Sweeney, swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. No balls and a strike. Best opportunity the Eagles have had so far tonight. They had runners at the corners an inning ago but did not score. Now 2 men in scoring position. No balls and a strike. Bob Jones has advanced its lead to 4, 66-62, 2:19 left on the clock. No balls and a strike. Here is the pitch. It is in the dirt, and a nice block by Colon to keep the runners at bay. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Rivera, when he's been in the stretch, he's had a little bit of trouble. He was able to get out of it last time with a ground ball to short. Torres has been a very busy man on the left side of the middle infield. Here's the 1-1, fastball up and away, ball 2. Two balls and a strike. I like what second baseman Pablo Delgado is doing after each pitch. He is getting behind the pitcher just in case there's a bad throw back from the catcher. So youngsters, take heed of that. Back up your catcher. Here's a 2-1, a chopper towards third. Torres will cut it off, cannot make the play, and everybody is safe. And then an underhanded flip is going to allow another runner to score. That's an ill-advised play by the shortstop, Torres. That's going to count as 2 errors, 1 on the batted ball, allowing Sweeney to reach and Quevedo to score. And Another error on the underhanded flip that went well over the head of Axel Gomez, who was standing at third base. No chance to get Lopez. He was already at third. So the Eagles get a break. 2 runs score. They are both unearned, but they are on the board. Jordan Almodovar now with a runner at second. 2 outs and the pitch. Fastball tails outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Torres had to hustle in to get the ball. He still had a chance at the runner at first. He bobbled it. That opened the door to 2 runs for the Eagles. Here is the pitch. High pop foul, well out of play to the left side. Count even now at a ball and a strike. Well, the Eagles got a break. Have another man in scoring position. Let's see if Sweeney can cash it in. Sweeney has grounded to each infielder on the left side. Third baseman in the first, shortstop in the fourth. Here's a 1-1. Rivera, long look in from the stretch. Now the pitch, a breaking ball, and another beautiful curveball that catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Basketball team still trailing by 4 with 1:50. Rivera looking to get out of this inning. He does have a terrific curveball tonight. Here comes the 1-2. This fastball misses inside and almost hit the batter. 6-point lead now for Bob Jones with 1:29 left on the clock. Keeping an eye on that ball game. Eagles at Bob Jones University. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild here in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. Nope. It's going to be a throw to first. I thought it was a foul tip. The ball did hit the ground. Again, my vantage point blocked, but the catcher, Colon, makes the throw and the put out at first to retire the side. Eagles get 2 runs, both unearned, and leave a man stranded at second. And after 5, Florida Memorial 5, Trinity Baptist 2, back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. We go to the top of the 6th, 5-2 Lions lead. Jaquel Perry, Raul Torres, Pablo Delgado. If anyone gets on, Edison Cabrera due up for the Lions.
Now pitching number 1, Logan.
New man on the mound. Number 1 for Trinity Baptist College, Nakia Peterson. He is a freshman from Montgomery, Alabama. Concordia College, transfer over during his freshman year. Bob Jones has now opened up an 8-point lead over the Eagles men's basketball team with 1:25 and counting. Eagles will need to rally to come back against a very good Bruins team from Bob Jones University. So Peterson takes over for Ben Van Sickle, who went 1 1/3 perfect innings with a strikeout. Jaquel Perry had himself a 2-run homer his last time up, a line drive that got out of here in a hurry. Struck out in the first, so 1 for 2, a couple of RBIs. And the pitch from Peterson is check swing. We'll see if he went around. No, he did not. 1 ball, no strikes. If I'm reading the stat sheet correctly, this is a first appearance for Peterson. Here's a pitch. Ground ball towards short. Draper fields, throws right on the money for out number 1. So Peterson gets the first man he faces. 1 out, bases empty. Raul Torres, the shortstop, at the plate. He has been called out on strikes, reached on an error, and scored in the 4th. Logan Sizemore wearing number 1, I am told. Little jersey number difference. So Logan Sizemore now on the mound for Trinity Baptist College. A lot of new faces on this team. Haven't got a chance to meet everybody, but I do remember Logan Sizemore from Mandarin Athletic Association. Played ball with Dean in Little League Rec Ball down at MAA. It's been a long time since I've seen Logan, however. So Sizemore on the mound, not Peterson. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And here is the pitch. It is a curveball that misses down low. R.J. Falco also on the Eagles, played at Mandarin Athletic Association. Dean remembers them well from his days a number of years ago. That pitch fouled off to the left side. Torres, busy man at shortstop tonight, has made a number of plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 assists. Also got charged with a couple of errors on the same play that allowed the Eagles to score 2. At the plate though, got on base his last time up, scored a run, hit the ball very well to center. Here's a 2-2, and this one misses down and in. I believe this is the first mound appearance of the season for Logan Sizemore. 3 balls, 2 strikes, swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout for Sizemore. 2 down with the bases empty. Brings up the number 8 hitter, second baseman Pablo Delgado. He has popped up to second. He has also singled, stolen a base, and scored a run. That happened in the 4th. Sidearm delivery and a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Sizemore in relief of Ben Van Sickle, who came in for Austin Hillier, tonight's starter. 1 ball, no strikes. Sizemore delivers. There's a chopper towards third. Has a chance to beat it out. Macadon scoops, throws to first. It is not in time. Ball came out of the glove of David Cavedo, but Delgado beat the throw. That's an infield base hit. That's his second hit of the night. He is now 2 out of 3, and it brings up the number 9 hitter, Edison Cabrera. Cabrera has struck out and laid down a sacrifice bunt. Here's Logan Sizemore from the stretch. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. Sacrifice bunt by Cabrera in the 4th led to a base hit that scored a run. This one's chopped towards second, takes a high hop on Sweeney. He leaps up, makes the play to first, and that retires a side. One infield hit and a man left at first. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 5-2 Lions lead. Back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Bottom of the 6th, Christian Rivera has allowed just one infield, actually a bunt single to Brian Lopez. He has walked 3 men and struck out 4. Eagles got 2 unearned runs in the 5th, really the only blemish on Christian Rivera. He will face hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order: Jordan Almodovar, Nick McAdon, and Caleb Albritton. Bob Jones University is going to win the basketball game over Trinity Baptist 74-65. They're just holding on to the ball and letting the clock run out. 3, 2, 1, and that is the end of the basketball game. Eagles having a very good season. Didn't get this one tonight. Men's basketball and women's basketball at Toccoa Falls College tomorrow afternoon. Right here, Eagles baseball trails 5-2 as the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th is a fastball on the inside corner for a strike. Rivera in the windup and the pitch. This one misses low and outside. And I don't have the pitch count for Rivera. He threw more pitches in the 5th than we've seen him throw in any inning before. But he still looks pretty sharp, throwing hard. That one misses up and in. There is a reliever up in the bullpen. Can't quite see who it is, but it is a right-hander, that I can tell you. Action in the Eagles bullpen as well. Here is the 2-1 breaking ball. Another sharp one right down the middle for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rivera winds, delivers a 2-2, checks swing, he held up in time. Nick McAdon leading things off. And here is the pitch. Line drive down to right field line, that is a fair ball. McAdon around first. He's going for 2. Here comes a throw. It is not in time. Leadoff double for Nick McAdon. Now 1 out of 3 on the night. Eagles get the leadoff man into scoring position. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Caleb Albritton. That's the second hit of the night allowed by Rivera. And it brings Coach Burgess out to the mound, and that's going to do it for Christian Rivera. Really, the first clean single, it was a bunt single by Brian Lopez that broke up the no-hitter 1 inning ago. And Rivera, give him credit, he did a terrific job on the mound. 5+ innings. So far, 2 unearned runs, 2 hits, struck out 4. He did walk 3 men and threw 2 wild pitches. He is responsible for the runner at second as a new man comes into the ball game for the Lions. Nice line drive double down the right field line for Nick McAdon. New pitcher wearing number 11. Senior Kyle Parks now pitching for Florida Memorial University. He will inherit a runner at second, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the sixth. The Lions lead it 5-2. 1 run in the top of the first. RBI infield single from Raymond Guerrero. 4 runs in the top of the fourth. The big blow, the 2-run homer by Jaquel Perry. Then a couple of unearned runs followed an error, and that gave Florida Memorial then a 5-0 lead. The Eagles came back with 2 in the bottom of the fifth, 2 unearned runs after a walk and that bunt single and 2 errors on 1 play. That's the scoring summary as we are in the bottom of the sixth. Eagles just got a leadoff double from Nick Macadon. Caleb Albritton, Christian Draper, and Daniel Burnsed will have opportunities to bring him in, and if they keep the inning going, Ryan Brooks will follow. So far, the rain has held off. We've had kind of a splattering of on again, off again sprinkles throughout the day here on the west side of Jacksonville, where I live in the Mandarin area across the river. Dean told me it poured like crazy for much of the afternoon. So far, no precipitation throughout this ball game or the hours that preceded it. There is a 30 to 40% chance of showers a little bit later on tonight. Let's hope that holds off until we're done. We have no cover here in the bleachers. The last thing we want to do is stop either YouTube or the radio broadcast. We have about $1,000 worth of electronics up here. We're going to protect those if we have to, but let's hope it doesn't have to happen. Kyle Parks now taking over for Christian Rivera. Again, no baseball broadcast of any kind tomorrow. Should we be able to get the ball games in due to weather, we're going to live video stream Eagles softball tomorrow afternoon as the ladies play the Rams of Columbia International University. That doubleheader begins at 1 p.m. The baseball doubleheader at 12 noon. But again, we have a 60% chance of rain in the forecast. So let's hope all the games are able to play tomorrow afternoon. Parks is ready. Albritton, left-handed hitter at the dish. Good gap in right center. Here comes a first pitch from Parks. It is a fastball outside for ball 1. Guerrero just very slightly shading Albritton to the left side, so Albritton has a gap to the pull field. Also has a lot of room down the right field line if he's able to get it past Perry at first base. Here is the 1-0. And it looked like Albritton was trying to pull the ball to the right side to at least advance the runner to third, but he fouled that one off. Should be an easy task to try to pull the ball and again, at least advance that runner to third. There's nobody out. That was a leadoff double from Nick Macadon. And now I just felt a raindrop. About 8:51 Eastern Time here in Jacksonville. Hoping the rain holds off. Here comes the 1-1. Parks from the stretch, takes 3 looks back at the runner and delivers. And Albritton fouls it off to the left side. Looked like he was trying to go with the pitch this time because there's a lot of room down the left field line as well. Gomez playing off the bag at third. And the left fielder, Renovales, well off the line. So he has room down both lines and in the right center field gap. Here comes the 1-2. Parks delivers a chopper that will go foul towards the Eagles dugout. Good opportunity for the Eagles here in the bottom of the sixth. Macadon getting a modest lead off second base. You don't want to stray too far, down by 3. Albritton now down in the count 1-2, just needs to make good contact. Parks with the pitch, and there's a slicer down the left side. That one's going to get out of play. So Albritton making the new pitcher, Kyle Parks, work. Getting the bat on the ball and getting another pitch to hit. Both teams looking for their first win of this new season. Eagles have 31 of 48 games right here at Trinity Ball-Yard. This is game number 4. Here's the 1-2 spinner that stays outside, and that evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lions, this is only their second ball game of the season. They lost 10-4 to St. Thomas University this past Tuesday. Florida Memorial plays in one of the best baseball conferences in the entire country, the NAIA Sun Conference. Most of those ball clubs could give Florida and Florida State a run for their money. Here comes the 2-2. Parks delivers. Fastball taken outside for ball 3. Great eye at the plate by Caleb Albritton. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. McAdon leading off second base. Draper, Burnson, and Brooks waiting to follow Albritton. Here comes the 3-2. Parks takes his time, now delivers. This one is inside. Did it hit him? Not sure. Umpire says no. Albritton will hustle down to first just in case there's a throw to third that might have gotten away. Well, McAdon goes to third. That's going to be a pass ball. Albritton draws the walk, and the Eagles have the runners at the corners with nobody out. Pass ball charged to the catcher, Angel Colon. Allows McAdon into third. Albritton aboard, and it brings up the shortstop, Christian Draper. He is 0 for 2. He is grounded to third and to second. Or check that, third and short. Christian Draper, I believe earlier I said he's a sophomore. He's a junior from Ridgeview High School in Orange Park. Squares around the bunt. Runner on the move. No throw to second. Albritton steals the bag. Pitch is called a strike. So the Eagles now with 2 men in scoring position. A golden opportunity to get on the board in the bottom of the 6th. They're trailing 5-2. Could pull a little bit closer. Fastball taken up and away. Good eye by Christian Draper, the junior. Caleb Albritton, that's not his first steal of the season. Now 2 for 2 in stolen bases. Big opportunity for the Eagles. Runners at second and third. McAdon led off with a double. Went to third on the walk wild pitch. Albritton stole second. Parks delivers the 1-1. This is a good rip, but fouled straight back. Draper just missed driving that one into that big gap in right center. He was going that way. Just barely missed the sweet spot of the bat. Eagles at home against Southern Wesleyan University. Single ball game Friday night. Doubleheader Saturday afternoon. We're streaming all 3 of those on YouTube, bringing you the Friday night game also on the radio. Swing and a miss. That is strike 3. A good slider by Parks. He got the strikeout. First strikeout for Kyle Parks. Daniel Burnside at the plate. Chance to drive in a couple of runs. Burnside has grounded to short and gone down on strikes. Again, the Eagles with a huge opportunity to do some damage. Got the first 2 men into scoring position. Now there's 1 out. Burnside and Parks both step off. Now everybody's ready. First baseman Jaquel Perry playing in, now backs up even with the bag at first. Here's the pitch. in the dirt, and a very nice block by Cologne to keep the runners where they are. Low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Parks will step off the mound. Burnside digs in. All set again. Big gap on the infield to the right side as second baseman Pablo Delgado holds the runner close at second base. Here comes the 1-0 from Parks. Pitch on the way and a good rip, but a foul straight back. Now, Albritton does not represent the tying run. If he were to score, that would pull the Eagles to within 1, but Delgado's keeping him close anyway, and that's opening up a hole on the right side for Burnside. Now, he's doing a good job of getting back there before the pitch, but can he get himself set in time is the question. Here's the pitch, and it looked like Burnside was trying to go to the right side, and he fouled it off. So now down in the count, 1-2. Eagles with their best opportunity of the night. They had 2 men in scoring position with nobody out. Both still there now with 1 out. Parks takes a long look in and now steps off the mound. Outfielders now straight away in all 3 positions. Corner infielders off the bag on each side of the infield. Here's Parks now from the stretch, and here comes the 1-2, and it's fouled off once again. Burnside is getting a very good look at this hard-throwing right-hander. So far, Parks has kept the ball on the outside portion of the plate. Burnside looks like he's trying to go with the pitch. One out, 1 ball, 2 strikes once again. Parks takes his time. Now comes to the set position. And here comes the 1-2. Check swing, and he held up in time. Ryan Brooks is the scheduled hitter up next, but I see another gentleman in the on-deck circle. Burnside with 2 balls, 2 strikes. And another long look in by the right-hander, and the pitch well up and away, ball 3, and that one nearly got by Cologne. And now the raindrops are starting to get a little bit closer together. We'll stay on as long as possible, but again, we have all these electronics. We're going to have to protect them. Let's hope we don't need to do anything else here. Here comes a 3-2. And a pitch, swing and a miss, ball in the dirt. That's going to force a throw to first. It is in time for the out. Both runners hold a perfect throw from Cologne right down to the first baseman, Perry. Couple of strikeouts for Parks with runners in scoring position, and now he has a chance to get out of the inning. Sammy Crawford will be the pinch hitter for Ryan Brooks. Two outs, runners at second and third. Crawford, 1 out of 5 on the season. Here is the pitch, and a breaking ball misses downstairs. Well, men's basketball fell a little bit short at Bob Jones University. Another opportunity in the South region tomorrow. Bob Jones now takes the half-game lead at 5-1. Eagles 5-2. 1 ball, no strikes. Parks with the pitch, a fastball upstairs. That one missed by a good margin. So 2 balls, no strikes. Parks takes his time, so does Coffrin. Long look in. Coffrin is ready. Now Parks in the set position. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch misses outside, a breaking ball. 3 balls, no strikes. David Cavedo waits on deck. The potential tying run is at the plate in Sammy Coffrin. Cavedo has some pop. Let's hope he gets an opportunity with runners on base. 3 balls, no strikes. Coffrin, let's see if he's taking all the way. And here's the pitch. He is, and it's right down the middle. Good take by Coffrin. Parks has had a little trouble finding the plate during this at-bat. Coffrin still well ahead in the count. Three balls and a strike. Crowd cheering on Coffrin. Here's the pitch, and that was a good slider that caught the outside corner for strike 2. Sharp breaking slider right at the last moment. Not much Coffrin could do with that pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Parks looking to get out of a jam he put himself in. Here is the 3-2. Hot shot down the right side, but foul. Good hard contact from Coffrin. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes once again. So everybody returns to where he was a moment ago. Parks with the pitch. And here comes a 3-2. High pop fly, shallow right field. Coming on and making the catch is Jaron Brown, and that retires a side. The Eagles get the first 2 men in scoring position and come away empty. And after 6, Florida Memorial leads it 5-2. Back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Top of the 7th coming up. Rain starting to pick up just a little bit more. And top of the order due up for the Lions. Joseph Renovales, Angel Colon, and Axel Gomez. My score sheet is starting to get a little bit wet. We're going to stay with you as long as possible. Again, the last thing we want to do is shut everything down. I've put the laptop away. Hopefully we won't have to put anything else away. Logan Sizemore back on the mound, had himself a nice inning, allowed 1 hit in the 6th, gets the first pitch over for a strike. (5-2) in favor of the Lions. Strike 2 is called, a good tailing fastball away from the right-handed hitter. Sizemore will change arm location. He doesn't give the same look with each pitch. He'll come over the top, he'll drop it down from the side. This time from the side, a swing and a miss, ball gets away. Throw to first is not in time. Burnside got to the ball in a hurry, but had to throw it while still moving. And it looked like Quevedo might have had to come off the bag to make the play. That will go as a strikeout. And a wild pitch for Sizemore. Well, credit Renovales with the hustle. Able to beat the throw to first. So a strikeout, wild pitch. Leadoff man is aboard. Here is Angel Colon. Nothing out of 3. Grounded out to second his last time up. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Trying to find some dry spots on my score sheet to keep up with what's going on. It's not raining hard, but it's a steady drizzle and making things a little difficult here in the bleachers. That pitch also misses. That's ball 2. Runner at first, nobody out. Renovales reached when strike 3 got away from the catcher. Here is the pitch and a bunt attempt. And he went through it, or did he pull back in time? The scoreboard had to be reset as well. Logan Sizemore from the stretch and the pitch, square around the bunt, pulled back, but this one is called a strike. So Sizemore from the stretch, and runners going, a swing and a high drive towards right field. Brooks heading back, and it is off the fence. Here's a runner around third. They're going to wave him on. Throw to the plate will be cut off. Renovales scores, and Angel Colon has himself an RBI triple. So the strikeout reached first on a wild pitch and came around to score on the RBI triple by Colon. That one hit off the fence, almost got out of here. But it's now 6-2 in favor of the Lions.
Now batting number 7, Axel Gomez.
Axel Gomez at the plate with a runner at third and nobody out. Raindrops have lessened, not quite as much as it was just a moment ago. Again, we're hoping the heavy stuff holds off. Here is the first pitch, and it is in there for a strike. So no balls and a strike. Here's a pitch driven down to left field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. A run will score. Colon crosses the plate, and Gomez has himself an RBI single. A looping liner into left, and it's 7-3. Sorry, a little difficulty here with the camera.
Now batting number 20.
Trying to shift around to keep everything as dry as possible. Knocked into the camera. My mistake. Runner at first. Still nobody out. A strikeout that came around to score. A triple and a base hit have led to the 2 runs here in the top of the 7th. Hit number 3 off Sizemore. Big lead off first from Gomez, and the pitch, this one gets away, and that'll allow a runner to advance into scoring position. So the Lions already with 2 runs in, looking to add on some more. Here's a pitch from Sizemore. This one is inside. It's ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. Runner at second, nobody out. Sizemore delivers, swing and a miss. Count now 3-1, and now the raindrops have stopped for the time being. Let's keep it that way. Long look back at second. Sizemore delivers a breaking ball, gets away from the catcher. That's going to allow a runner to advance into third. That'll be a pass ball on the catcher. Now runner at third with nobody out. Eagles infield now in on the grass at all 4 positions. Aaron Brown at the plate. Chance to drive in a run. And he takes inside for ball 4. So now runners at the corners. First walk issued by Logan Sizemore.
Now batting number 1, Raymond Guerrero.
Raymond Guerrero at the plate. He has singled, driven in a run, walked, stolen a base, scored, and struck out. Still nobody out. Runners are at the corners. Runner on the move from first. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. That's a stolen base for Brown. So now runners at second and third, nobody out. 2 runs are already in. Lions looking for more. Infield on the grass at all 4 positions, and a fastball taken outside for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Eagles will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom 7th. Here's a chopper towards third. Sizemore to the line, throws to first, in time to get the out, and the runners hold. Logan Sizemore sprinted off the mound over to the third baseline and made a terrific throw to first. He had to stop, set his feet, turn, and fire, and he gets the out. Both runners hold, second and third, 1 man out. Here's the first baseman, Jaquel Perry. Ground ball to third his last time up, 1 for 3, a 2-run homer in the 4th. Here's the pitch. This one is inside, and a good block by Burnside to keep the runners where they are. Now we have a little bit of cover now over the iPad camera for our YouTube viewers. Again, let's hope the raindrops are done for now. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Chopper right back to the box. Runners coming home. Sizemore throws to the plate, and they will cut down the runner at home. Gomez going on contact. He is tagged out. Fielder's choice for Perry. 1-2 on the putout. 2 outs, and Brown holds at second. So a runner at second, 2 outs. Nice job by Sizemore coming back to get 2 men without any advancement and take the runner off third base. Here is Torres, first and second, and the pitch, a good sinker in there for a strike. So a fielder's choice puts Perry at first. Brown held up at second. Gomez tagged out. 1-2 on the putout at the plate. And the pitch, another sinking fastball for strike 2. Again, Sizemore changing his arm angles. He's got a little more sidearm in this at-bat. Chance to get out of the inning. Here is the 0-2, and the pitch, a beautiful changeup that dropped off the table, and he got the strikeout. Lions, though, get a couple of runs. 1 hit. 2 men left, couple of walks, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 7-2, Florida Memorial leading, back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Eight, 9, and 1 due up for the Eagles. David Quevedo, Brian Lopez, and then top of the order, Jaron Sweeney. Florida Memorial tacked on a couple of runs in the 7th. Both of those earned, and lead it now 7-2. Quevedo walked and scored his last time up. He's due to lead off here in the bottom of the 7th. Parks still on the mound. Inning pitched. Last inning he struck out 2 men after he gave up 1 hit and a couple of walks. He did a terrific job, 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. Got 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to right to get out of the inning without a run scoring. David Quevedo steps in. We saw Parks take his time with runners on base. First time he's pitching without anyone on. A little bit quicker to start the inning, and a fastball for a strike. Quevedo went down swinging in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 5th. No balls and a strike. Parks, long look in, and the pitch, swing and a miss. And as typical with many relievers, Parks working from the stretch even with the bases empty. Ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Right now the pitchers of record, Christian Rivera for Florida Memorial, Austin Hillier for the Eagles. Here's the 0-2, and this one nearly got away from him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Quevedo digs in. Infield and outfield, what we call straight away. Here is the 1-2. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, no rain at all at the moment. And as we said a little while ago, let's keep it that way. Parks from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So 1 out. Fortunately, I'm still able to find some dry spots in each of my score sheet boxes. And at the plate, center fielder Brian Lopez. From the stretch, here's a pitch. Check swing, and he went a little bit too far. I believe the umpire was calling that on the pitch anyway. So no balls and a strike. Lopez at the plate. Singled and scored a bunt single. That came in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2. Parks with the pitch and a chopper towards 3rd. Gomez fields, throws in time for the out. Very strong throw. Lopez was hustling and nearly beat that one out. Gomez got the out on a terrific line drive throw. So 2 outs, top of the order, Jaron Sweeney at the dish. Base is empty. Parks from the stretch. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. A good slider once again. Parks has a really nice one working tonight. No balls and a strike, and the pitch. Fastball caught the outside corner. So 0-2, Parks well ahead in the count. Sweeney 0 for 3, reached on an error his last time up. That actually brought in 2 runs on that same play. And this pitch in the dirt bounces away from the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Parks missed widely with that last one, but he's still well ahead in the count, 1-2. From the stretch once again, and here's the 1-2. Grounded hard toward third. Gomez has a little trouble picking it up, but he gets it back in time and again fires one across the diamond to get the out, about a step in front of the runner. A couple of assists for the third baseman, Axel Gomez. 1, 2, 3 go the Eagles in the 7th. We go to the 8th. Florida Memorial 7, Trinity Baptist 2, back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Top of the 8th coming up, and a new man on the mound for Coach John Copeland. We mentioned him before. This is number 6 freshman Will Van Sickle. Also plays third base. Left-handed batter, but right-handed pitcher from Paxson High School here in Jacksonville. So Will Van Sickle now on the mound. He's the 4th pitcher of the night for Trinity Baptist. And Will Van Sickle will face hitters 8, 9, and 1 here in the top of the 8th. Pablo Delgado, Edison Cabrera, and Joseph Renovales. Florida Memorial got 1 in the 1st, 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 7th. Eagles got both of their runs in the bottom half of the 5th, both of those unearned. Pablo Delgado due to lead things off. He has popped up to second. He has singled, stolen a base, driven in a run, scored a run, and picked up a second single in the 6th. So pretty good night for Pablo Delgado. 2 for 3, RBI, and a run scored. So Will Van Sickle, I had to put the computer away, don't have the stat information available. We had that rain a little while ago. Van Sickle, though, tonight, ready to throw his first pitch. And the pitch is on the way, and it's a fastball, misses a little bit down low for ball 1. Pretty fast-paced ball game. Only about 2.5 hours, not quite that far, and we're already in the 8th. And a swing and a miss, a good tailing fastball from Van Sickle. So we've seen both Ben and Will on the mound here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. Van Sickle works quickly and gets the outside corner with a fastball for strike 2. So the count 1-2, Van Sickle ahead. And here's a pitch to Delgado. This one just misses for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, curveball that hits down in the dirt. That fills up the count. That had a lot of bite, maybe a little too much on that one from Will Van Sickle. Outfield straight away, infield the same, and the pitch, swing and a miss. He got the hitter Delgado to chase one outside and got the first strikeout. So Van Sickle strikes out the first man he faces here tonight. 1 out, bases empty. Number 9 hitter Edison Cabrera due at the plate. Looks like though we're going to have a pinch hitter for Cabrera. This is Francisco Quinones, a senior out of Tampa, batting for Edison Cabrera. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. That is strike 1. Well, Cabrera had himself a sacrifice bunt that led to a run in the 4th, so 0 for 2 officially. And we'll see, well, he's the DH, so he probably won't come out to the field. Here's the 0-1. Good curveball that just misses the outside corner. No, with the wet score sheet, it's a little hard to write down the name Francisco Quinones, or any other name for that matter. But he's at the plate. Count of 1-1 and a fastball that gets the outside corner for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Van Sickle working quickly, looking good. Here is the pitch. This curveball did not get the hitter to chase and just missed the outside corner. Well, Dean was able to put the umbrella down. That's a good sign. Rain chance supposed to get closer to 40 and 50% as we get further into the night. Here's a pitch, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Van Sickle strikes out his first 2 hitters. 2 outs, bases empty. Left fielder Joseph Renovales at the plate. He started a 2-run rally leading off the 7th. He struck out, but as the ball got away from the catcher, he beat the throw to first and eventually came around to score. He is 1 for 4 on the night, and the pitch, a good rip and a foul straight back right toward the camera. Will Van Sickle got his first 2 men on strikes. He's working quickly. We're in about the mid-50s here on the west side of Jacksonville. And the pitch, and fastball misses low. Forecast I saw today called for the weather to warm back up in the early part of next week, maybe cool down for next Friday night's ball game around 60 degrees. And here's the 1-1, a fastball a little bit inside. Burnside wanted the call. He held the glove right there momentarily, but did not get it. It's 2-1. Van Sickle takes a little bit longer on this pitch. Now set and delivers. Chopper toward third. Macadon unable to come up with the ball. He knocked it down. He kept it in front of him, but by the time he was able to corral it, hitter made his way onto base, and I don't believe that was Renovales. Of course, nobody let us know there was a pinch hitter. I did not notice the new batter at the plate. That was Nathan Lianis, who just got himself aboard. That has been scored as an error on the third baseman, Nick Macadon. Angel Colon at the dish. Had himself an RBI triple his last time up. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. So Nathan Lianis is the man at first. And again, a little hard to write on a wet sheet. And the pitch, fastball up and away. Lions have a runner at first with 2 outs. Van Sickle struck them both out to start the inning. Now Leannis aboard, and the pitch. Check swing, but a foul pop up, and that'll drop safely. 2 balls and a strike. So Van Sickle now ready on the mound. Cologne steps back in. Pretty good lead off first by Leannis. And time called. Runner back at first. Everybody's ready. Top of the 8th, 7-2 Lions lead. Here is the pitch. Good fastball, sliced down to left field line. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Here's Leannis around second, on his way to third. The throw is not in time. And on the play, Cologne, as he did earlier in the ball game, pulls into second on the throw. Got himself a base hit, his second of the night, to go along with the triple. He's now 2 out of 5. And the error 1 batter ago has led to runners in scoring position, and Axel Gomez at the plate now for the Lions. Gomez drove in a run with a base hit his last time up. Here's Van Sickle's first pitch, a fastball on the inside corner. That one not hit very hard, but perfectly placed just inside the left field line. Almodovar got to it in a hurry, but the speed allowed the runners to get into second and third. This pitch down in the dirt makes it a ball and a strike on Gomez. Axel singled and scored in the first, singled and drove in a run his last time up, 2 for 4 officially. Ball and a strike. Van Sickle from the stretch delivers a ground ball hit well towards short. Draper, scoop, throw in the dirt. Quevedo off the bag, and the runner is safe. That's going to score a run from third. Allow Cologne to go into third. Gomez aboard on the errant throw from Christian Draper. That is not Quevedo at third base. Danny Rosario kept the ball from getting by, but the throw in the dirt pulled him off the bag, and now Coach Copeland going out to the mound, talking with the base umpire. And now the 2 umpires are going to have a conversation between the pitcher's mound and home plate, and the call has been overturned, saying that Rosario did indeed keep his foot on the bag, and that retires a side. So 6-3 on the putout. Take the run off the board, and we go to the bottom of the 8th, 7-2 in favor of the Lions. 60-second break on the Eagles Radio Network. Kyle Parks out to the mound for his 3rd inning of work, and he has a 7-2 lead. Coach Copeland coming out, asking for an appeal, and got the call overturned in his favor. Rosario scooped the throw off the dirt, kept his foot on the bag, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Eagles, though, needing to rally, trailing by 5. They got 2 when they trailed by 5 earlier in the 5th. It's 7-2 as we speak. The scheduled hitters are Jordan Almodovar, Nick McAdon, and Caleb Albritton. Kyle Parks has pitched 2 innings. He has walked 2, allowed a hit, struck out 3. did a terrific job after getting runners at second and third, nobody out in the sixth. He then struck out 2 men and got a fly ball to end the inning without a run scoring. Almodovar will lead things off. He is 0 for 2. He's also walked, and he's leading off here in the bottom of the 8th. Again, in case you missed it, men's basketball fell to Bob Jones University in a South Region game. That's okay. They're going to have another go at it tomorrow at Toccoa Falls. Trinity Baptist defeated Toccoa last weekend 89-74. The Eagles shot 69% in the second half. It came from behind, I believe it was a 5-point deficit at halftime, used that huge second half to come up with a 15-point win. Here's Jordan Almodovar leading off in the bottom of the 8th. Kyle Parks set and delivers, and a fastball misses outside for ball 1. It looks like we have a new catcher in place of Angel Colon. This is Jose Chavez, a junior from Miami Gardens. I believe that's a hometown of Florida Memorial. I'm going to assume he is in the number 2 position in the batting order. As Parks delivers a strike, it's 1-1. Jose Chavez taking over behind the plate for Angel Colon. And here's a pitch from Parks, a fastball that misses outside. I don't know of any other changes, if there are any. Again, we're high up in the bleachers, can't always see what's going on, especially if a change occurs at the start of an inning, and nobody's let us know. Here is the 2-1, and this pitch is inside. Thought it might have hit Almodovar, but he got out of the way. I also have this pole down in front of me as well to contend with. It's a little to the right on your screen, but a little more directly in front of me where I'm sitting. But I got the best view I am able to get, so we can bring you the best camera shot possible. 3 balls and a strike. Almodovar well ahead in the count. And Parks from the stretch, and here comes the 3-1. It is a breaking ball that stays up and away. Ball 4. Eagles have the leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 8th. That's a 3rd walk issued by Kyle Parks, and it brings up Nick McAdon, who had that double in the 6th. That came as a leadoff hitter in the 6th inning. So runner at first, nobody out. Parks with the bases empty has worked fairly quickly, but with runners on, he has really slowed things down. Very good lead off first by Almodovar. And there's the pitch. McAdon taking all the way. Strike on the outside corner. A couple more raindrops are starting to fall. No balls and a strike. We're just hoping it holds off a little while longer. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Here is the 0-1 from Parks. Takes a long look in. Now the pitch. Fastball misses down and away. Count even at a ball and a strike. Eagles need a rally. 2 innings left to do so. Nice gap in right center for Nick McAdon. Here's the 1-1 and the pitch. Fastball misses low, ball 2. Two balls and a strike. McAdon ahead in the count. He has grounded to short, struck out, and doubled. 1 out of 3. Almodovar, a good lead off first. Here comes the 2-1. Almodovar bluffs, swing and a miss, strike 2. Tom Murphy, our radio producer in the studio. Dean Bureau, our cameraman on the YouTube video. Is this Jason Sizemore? Logan Sizemore, father? I knew you looked familiar. It took me a little bit. Glad to see you, Jason. I do remember you very well from MAA. Look at this kid, Dean, here with the beard now. Did you recognize him? That's Dean. That's the young man that Logan played against at MAA. RJ Falco's also on the team, and you probably knew that. Dean is a freshman at St. John's River State College in Orange Park, a graduate here at Trinity Christian. About to turn 19 in a few more weeks. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Macedon. And the pitch, runners on the move, a swing and a foul straight back. Well, Jason, I knew I'd seen you before. It's been a few years. Come on over and say hello.
Good to see you.
I got an extra mic. Would you like to hook up?
We're good.
That's all right.
My brother's watching in Michigan.
He says his brother is watching in Michigan, watching his nephew work on the mound. Had a little bit of a shaky moment, but threw the ball very well overall. I believe that was his first appearance in college. He's a freshman here at Trinity Baptist College. Throw over to first, and the runner is back. I remember Logan, very good hitter in rec ball too. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see him swing the bat a few times. Listed as also a third baseman, I believe. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here is the pitch. Grounded hard towards short, could be 2. 6-4, 3 to first is not in time, and good hustle by Nick Macedon to beat the throw at first. Lions, though, do get the force out. 6-4, 1 out. Fielder's choice puts Macedon at first. And Caleb Albritton, the designated hitter, at the plate. He has walked a couple of times and also grounded out to the first baseman. So 0 for 1. Has a runner at first with 1 man out. Hoping the weatherman will continue to cooperate. We've had some very light sprinkles. Not much left I can do with my score sheet, however. First pitch, fastball, misses outside for ball 1. Well, Jason, hope to see you out here more often. And your brother can keep on watching. Now, we're not broadcasting tomorrow. We're doing the women's softball, but we're going to have all 3 games on the YouTube next week. Here's the 1-0, and the pitch is fastball and misses up and away. What's your brother's name? Trey? Trent. Trent Sizemore. Glad you're able to join us on the YouTube feed. I've had to put the computer away because of the rain, so I don't know who else might have left comments, but we're very thankful. Now, if you're not watching or you're not listening to the radio, we're not doing this. So we thank you for giving us this opportunity. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch is a fastball that gets away from the catcher. It's a ball, and that allows the runner, Nick Macedon, to advance into scoring position. That will go as a pass ball on the catcher. Chavez, runner at second now, 1 out, 3 balls, no strikes. Caleb Albritton at the plate. Of course, the Lions with a 5-run lead. They're just worried more about getting the batter, getting those outs. Bottom of the 8th, 1 away.
Sir, we can go back and watch it.
Remember the YouTube game? That will stay up. You can go back and check it out over and over as the pitch is ball 4 to put Albritton aboard.
Now batting number 13.
So runners at first and second, 1 out. Kristen Draper, the scheduled hitter, but timeout. Coach Burgos heading out to the mound. For our radio listeners, we'll take a 60-second break here on the Eagles Radio Network. Brandon Carter will take over on the mound in place of Kyle Parks, who did a very nice job. 2 1/3. He is responsible for 2 men on base. No runs to his credit. Eagles trying to change that as they come to bat with runners at first and second, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Christian Draper is the next scheduled hitter, followed by Daniel Burnsted and Ryan Brooks, who I believe went back into right field after Coffrin pinch hit for him a little bit earlier in the ball game. Another hard-throwing right-hander. These Lions have some flamethrowers in their bullpen. This is Brandon Carter. And I had to put the computer away. I don't have the information available to see if he got into Tuesday's ball game. Jordan Almodovar led off with a walk. Nick McAdon had a fielder's choice, got the put out at second base, and then Albritton drew the walk, and that's where we stand as Christian Draper awaits his opportunity in the bottom of the 8th. Florida Memorial got a run in the first, 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th, leading. Oh no, that 1 in the 8th. Okay, I'd written that down. I had to take that off the board on that overturned call. And just like the pencil lead, the eraser not doing too well with the wet score sheet. So it is 7-2, no runs scored in the top of the 8th. And as I try to erase it, I put a nice hole that looks exactly like my run scoring mark. So I'll have to remember that is not a run in the 8th inning. Right now, no raindrops, but a wet table and 2 wet score sheets. Christian Draper now in the box. He is ready to face Brandon Carter, who's about to throw his first pitch of the night. Straight away in the outfield. Guerrero maybe shading a little bit toward the pull side, and the fastball misses the outside corner, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 men on for the Eagles, looking to rally, pull a little bit closer, and at least give themselves a good opportunity in the 9th inning. Here is the 1-0. It is right on the outside corner. A good hard fastball with movement. Brandon Carter wears number 5 for the FMU Lions. He is a junior, stands at 6 foot 2 inches from Miami Gardens. Here's the 1-1, Carter from the stretch, and a wild pitch that gets away and will allow both runners to advance. So McAdon into third, Albritton to second. We're YouTube and FM 91.7 The Truth, ilovethetruth.com. We'll be back here next Friday night when the Eagles play Southern Wesleyan University. All 3 games of that series on the YouTube video. 2 balls and a strike. Opportunity now for the Eagles, and the pitch is fouled off. Christian Draper now with 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chance to drive in 1, possibly 2. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Carter takes his time with runners at second and third. A long look in, now ready from the stretch, and the pitch. High pop-up just behind the infield, not deep enough. That is going to be caught in center. There's a bluff and a terrific throw to the plate by the center fielder. That is Guerrero, who came in, made the catch, and held the runner at third. So 2 outs.
18,
It'll bring up Daniel Burnsted. He's had a tough night, 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. So again, the Eagles with runners in scoring position, less than 2 outs. So far, unable to push something across. Burnsted looking to change that. He does have a gap in right center. Right fielder Brown shaded a little bit toward the line. A lot of room down the left field line. Another hard hit ball, but this one goes right at Torres on 2 hops. He picks it up and throws to first. The Eagles have hit the ball hard all night long, but always right at somebody, and that is out number 3. Tough break for Burnside and the Eagles. We go to the 9th. It is 7-2 in favor of the Lions. Back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. We go to the 9th, Florida Memorial 7, Trinity Baptist 2. Will Van Sickle back onto the mound. Had himself a scoreless 8th inning. In case you missed it, the play that ended the 8th was originally ruled safe at first. Rosario off the bag and a run scoring. Coach Copeland came out very calmly, asked for an appeal, got the call in his favor, and that ended the inning without the run scoring. But it is 7-2 as we start the 9th inning, and the heart of the batting order due up for the Lions. Darian Brown, Raymond Guerrero, and Jaquel Perry. Almost said Markel Perry, a graduate of Trinity Baptist College and a terrific men's basketball player. Graduated a year ago. This is Jaquel Perry, due up a little bit later in the inning for the Lions. Markel, resident of Savannah, Georgia. Wonderful young man. Sure miss seeing him around here at Trinity Baptist College. First pitch from Van Sickle is a fastball downstairs for ball 1. I do not notice any changes in the field of play for the Eagles. Rosario came into the ball game last inning at first base. Everybody looks the same out there in the field, and the pitch from Van Sickle misses a little bit inside for ball 2. Good to see Jason Sizemore here. Took me a little while to recognize him. Logan Sizemore got some work earlier in the ball game for the Eagles. Here is a pitch, and this one is fouled off to the right side. Hello, Trent Sizemore, watching us from afar on the YouTube feed. Hope you're enjoying the ball game. This is a very young Eagles team. Many new faces on the team. A lot of freshmen coming in this year for Coach Copeland. This pitch misses outside. Coach Copeland lost 7 seniors to graduation a year ago. 3 of them now on the assistant coaching staff. As ball 4 misses upstairs, and a leadoff man aboard in the top of the 9th. First walk of the night for Will Van Sickle.
Now batting number 1,
Raymond Guerrero now at the plate. He's had himself a pretty good start to the ball game. Base hit, stolen base, RBI, and a run scored. He is 1 for 3 officially. Also drew a walk in the 4th inning. Stole a base, leading to a run for the Lions. Here is the pitch, and this one's in the dirt. It gets underneath Burnside, and it will allow the runner to head into second. So that's going to be a wild pitch, charge to Van Sickle. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at second, nobody out. Brown led off with a walk, now in scoring position, and the pitch. Batter squares around the bunt, fouls it off to the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Guerrero at the plate. Temperatures cooling down just a little bit, in the mid-50s as we speak. And now we got a runner hung up between second and third. Burnside throws down to second, but Brown is able to get back in time. Little cat and mouse game by Darren Brown, almost as if he was daring Burnside to make the throw. Daniel can throw the ball. Brown got back in ahead of the tag. 2 balls and a strike. Center fielder Raymond Guerrero at the plate. Grounded out to the pitchers last time up. This curveball misses. It is now 3-1. Guerrero ready. Van Sickle from the stretch. Checks his runner. Works quickly to the plate. Looping line drive into left field. That's going to get into the gap. That will score 1. Brown around third. Guerrero will pull up with a stand-up double. RBI for Raymond Guerrero. It is 8-2 in favor of the Lions. I might as well give up writing on this paper. I can barely see what I'm writing. And it's kind of hard to write on the wet paper anyway. At least the rain has stopped. It looks like we're going to be able to finish this one off without any precipitation, or at best, some light sprinkles if they do return. Top of the 9th. 8-2 now in favor of the Lions. Van Sickle with the pitch, swing and a miss, a high fastball. Jaquel Perry at the plate, 2-run homer in the 4th. Only hit of the ball game. He is 1 for 4. Time called as Perry heads down to talk to his third base coach. We'll pause here for station identification on our radio listeners on the Eagles Radio Network. WTRJ in Jacksonville, FM 91.7 The Truth. I'm Ray Bureau. Dean Bureau's our cameraman on YouTube. Tom Murphy, our radio producer tonight. Van Sickle back and ready. Here's a pitch in the dirt. Runner advancing to third. He's there, and the ball gets away from Macadon, and that will allow the runner to score. That'll be a wild pitch, and then an error on, well, see where the error is going to go to the catcher or the third baseman. The throw looked like it was on target. Got by Macadon, and it's 9-2 in favor of the Lions. Van Sickle now working with the bases empty. Still nobody out, and this foul ball makes it 1-1. Jaquel Perry, the hitter. Van Sickle takes a long look in. Now ready. Here is the pitch. And this is outside, ball 2. Another long look in by the young right-hander. Will Van Sickle, the Jacksonville product. Ready with the 2-1. Steps off the mound. Set once again. Here comes the pitch. Check swing on a ball that misses outside. He held up in time. There is an Eagles player in the bullpen. He's not on the mound. Nobody throwing in the Lions bullpen. 3 balls and a strike, and the pitch swung on and drilled to the left center field gap over the head of Aldomar, and that's going to go up against the wall, and a double for Perry, his second hit of the night. So a runner at second, still nobody out. Coach John Copeland heading out to the mound. So the Eagles pitcher had already finished up his warm-up tosses, and we're going to have a pitching change, it looks like. So we'll pause here for 60 seconds on our radio feed. You're watching and listening to Eagles baseball. Back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. New pitcher for the Eagles, number 21, Michael Camacho, in relief of Will Van Sickle. The Lions have a runner at second. A couple of runs already on the board in the top of the ninth. Nobody out. 9-2 in favor of Florida Memorial. So Camacho finishing up his warm-up tosses, looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth. It'll be trying to see if that's Brooks or Coffrin out in right field. It looks like Sam Coffrin, David Cavedo, and Brian Lopez. Brooks started the game. Coffrin batted for him in the sixth. And again, it's not always easy to tell when there's a change, especially if we're not told about it. So it looks like Coffrin is in right. He is due to lead off the bottom of the ninth. So Camacho ready for his first pitch. And it is a fastball on the outside corner, strike one. Looks like we have a new batter for Torres as well. Get you that name in just a moment. No balls and a strike, and the pitch, high pop up on the infield over near the foul line, drifting into foul territory and caught by Camacho. That was Derek Abreu, a sophomore from Kissimmee, Florida. Left-handed thrower, right-handed batter. He was the one who just batted in place of Raul Torres. Got the pop-up, first out of the inning. So one out, runner remains at second. Pablo Delgado at the plate. Camacho working quickly, gets a fastball on the outside corner. That is strike one. Looks like we have a new batter now in place of Delgado. Nope, that is Delgado. And my score sheet messed up from the rain. And a curveball's in there for a strike. Yep, Pablo Delgado wearing number 2. He has popped up to second. Couple of base hits, a stolen base, an RBI, and a run scored. Good night for Pablo Delgado. Here comes the 0-2 from Camacho. Fastball that misses up and away. Burnstead knocked it down, kept it in front, kept the runner at second base. Jaquel Perry doubled his way aboard. One out, top of the ninth, 7-run lead for the FMU Lions. Camacho from the stretch, looks his runner back, now the pitch, a curveball swing and a miss, he struck him out. First strikeout of the night for Camacho, 2 outs, runner still at second base. And another batter for the Lions, number 13, Manuel Maldonado. He is batting for Edison Cabrera. Actually, he is batting for Francisco Quinones, who batted for Cabrera last time we hit the number 9 man in the Lions batting order. First pitch fastball is up and away for ball 1. So this is Manuel Maldonado. He is a sophomore from Hialeah, Florida. Plays infield, stands at 5'7". And the pitch, a curveball, grounded towards Sweeney. Nice play by the second baseman, Jaron Sweeney, and he gets the out at first. The ball hit very hard. It took a hop to Sweeney's left, but he snared it, threw across to get the out to retire the side. Lions get 2. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It is 9-2 Florida Memorial. Back in 60 seconds on the Eagles Radio Network. Bottom of the 9th, the Eagles trail by 7, 9-2. Coffrin, Quevedo, and Lopez are the scheduled hitters. And the pitcher is Brandon Carter. Not a save situation. He came into the ball game with a 5-run lead. Did not have the tying run aboard unless I check again and make sure of that. Pitcher of record is Christian Rivera. He would stand to win this one. Austin Hiller on the hook for the Eagles. Parks went 2 1/3. So I'm double checking here. No, this is not a save situation for Brandon Carter. He would have had to have come in with the bases loaded and the 5-run lead for that to happen. And this is not his 3rd inning of work. But he's done a good job since he came in. He got the strike on that first pitch. Coffrin batted for Brooks in the 6th, flew out to right field. Here is the pitch, and it is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brandon Carter in his 2nd inning of work. The 1-1 on the way, and a fastball misses low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. We want to thank Florida Memorial coach Tino Burgess and, of course, Coach John Copeland. This game was originally scheduled for 6 p.m. They both agreed, and the umpires as well, to make it 7 o'clock so we could bring it to our radio listeners on FM 91.7 The Truth. Calvin Graybow, the program director of The Truth. Crystal Lawrence here at Trinity Ministry is in charge of making the deals with the radio stations to get us on the air. Coach Gil Morales of Trinity Christian Academy also in on the action as well as Coffrin draws the walk. Tom Murphy is our producer in the radio station. Dean Bureau, our YouTube cameraman. Athletic director of Trinity Baptist College, John D. Jones, also the men's basketball coach. I'm Ray Bureau. Absolutely love bringing you TBC athletics, whether we're on the radio or on YouTube or both for that matter. That first pitch, fastball high and tight to Danny Rosario, his first at-bat of the ball game. Coffrin drew the walk to lead off the inning. Rosario at the plate, ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes, and a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 2. I might as well quit trying to even write on my score sheet now. And I do, I tear the paper. Oh well, still enjoying having some fun out here at the ballpark. Here's a pitch, a chopper towards short. Torres will charge, flip to second for one, throw to first. It is in time, and Perry kept his foot on the bag as the throw was wide. Perry reached towards right field to make the play, and that final out, Brian Lopez steps in for Coach John Copeland, and we have a timeout as Florida Memorial coach Tino Burgess out to the mound. I do not see any changes, however, unless I missed it while trying to write the double play down, and yes, it looks like we will have a new pitcher. So we'll see who this gentleman is. New pitcher on the mound. If I'm seeing that correctly, as the rain starts to pick up a little bit, Christian Negron, 6'3" junior, right-handed pitcher from Miami, Florida, coming in to try to finish this one up. He has one man to get. Brian Lopez is the scheduled hitter. Lopez down the third baseline talking with Coach Copeland. Glad you're able to join us here, whether you're listening to the radio feed on the airwaves or ilovethetruth.com or watching us on the YouTube feed, TBC Eagles. I'm Ray Bureau, and as always, thank you for joining us either way. No baseball streaming tomorrow. Video stream of Eagles softball against Columbia International University, weather permitting. Again, we have a 60% chance of rain, so we're hoping that both the baseball and the softball doubleheaders can get underway and completed. We'll be checking the forecasts throughout the morning. Two outs, bases empty. Eagles down to their final out. Brian Lopez, senior, at the plate. He has singled and scored in 3 trips to the plate. Eagles got both runs in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 9-2 here in the 9th. So Negron with the windup and the pitch. This is a fastball. It looked like he tried to overthrow that one. Misses well away. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Negron delivers, and another one that misses wide of the zone. So the count 2-0. Lopez the hitter. Long look in by Negron, and here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Jaron Sweeney waiting for another chance on deck. He's the Eagles' leadoff hitter. Lopez in the 9 hole. 2-1, 2 outs, bases empty, and the pitch is a fastball that misses just a little bit high. Good take by Lopez. Those high fastballs look very good. Lopez able to lay off. Here comes the 3-1. Fastball that misses, no! A late call on the strike as Lopez started down toward first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Negron, chance to put this one away with this pitch. Here comes a payoff pitch. It is chopped towards third, and it will bounce foul. Good job by Lopez to stay alive, get another one to look at. So Negron ready with the 3-2 delivery. And the pitch is tapped foul. I'm going to go ahead and call tonight's player of the game. Starting pitcher for the Lions, Christian Rivera, 5+ innings, 2 runs, both of those unearned, 2 hits, one of those a bunt, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. He did throw 2 wild pitches, however. But tonight's player of the game, starting pitcher Christian Rivera. Here's a 3-2, and ball 4 misses well outside the zone. Lopez is aboard. It was a tough call because a couple of the Lions hitters had very good nights as well. Delgado had a couple of hits, a run scored, a stolen base, and an RBI. Guerrero also singled, stole 2 bases, and scored a run, on base a few times tonight. But Rivera did the job on the mound, allowed just 2 unearned runs. Here is Jared Sweeney. Ground ball to the third baseman his last time up, nothing out of 4. Lopez, good lead off first, and the pitch by Negron, a fastball that just misses the outside corner. Jordan Almodovar looking for one last opportunity. He's on deck. Here comes a 1-0. Sweeney digs in, and the pitch right down the middle for strike 1. So a ball and a strike. Lopez, a good lead off first. Negro not really worried about the runner with a 7-run lead and 2 outs. Here's a pitch, a fastball taken for strike 2. So a ball and 2 strikes. Eagles down to their final strike. Nice opening on the right side of the infield. Should Sweeney get the pitch to the outside corner? Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that is the ball game. Final score, Florida Memorial University 9, Trinity Baptist College 2. Winning pitcher Christian Rivera. As we said, 5 innings, 2 unearned runs on only 2 hits. Well, that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. Again, we want to thank everyone for watching or listening. Tom Murphy and Dean Bureau working the camera and the radio for us. Thank you, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau. Good night, and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College on YouTube Live and on the Eagles Radio Network.